Hello YouTube, welcome back to another video from me, your host Logan Albright. Like I said in the last video, I have a few ideas for videos that I wanted to do that are not book reviews. So I'm just going to put them all out at once and then maybe people will watch them and like them. And if not, you don't have to worry about it because I'll be back to doing book reviews next week. And this one I wanted to do because I've been thinking about writing a lot. And as you may know, I'm a writer. This is one of my books behind me, Libertarian Paganism. You should buy it. But I think it's really, I've been feeling a little frustrated with writing lately, and I know a lot of people are feeling frustrated with writing. It's really hard to get noticed. It's really hard to get, feel like you've accomplished anything as a writer. And I wanted to put out some words of encouragement for people because I know how difficult it can be to be a writer. And I've been watching some other videos that are kind of along these same topics, and it just got me thinking. And so basically what I wanted to say is comparison is the thief of joy, which we all know. And it's really easy to compare yourself to successful writers. I watch Brandon Sanderson's podcast every week, and it's like, man, he's the most successful writer in the world. How did he do that? And you watch things, people like Stephen King or J.K. Rowling or all these mega successful writers, and you're like, man, I wish I could be like that. And then you even less successful writers. You know, there's a lot of people on YouTube with book deals, and they talk about, you know, how many copies they've sold and how they have all this big fan base and stuff. And it can be discouraging and it can be depressing because you feel like, I'm not as successful as these people. But you shouldn't be thinking about those people because those people are outliers, and most people are not that successful at writing, and most people are not able to write at all. And so I think you should be kind to yourself and congratulate yourself for your successes and the things you have done. If you've completed a novel, it's incredible. Like, most people have not completed a novel. It's really hard. It's really difficult to write a full novel. It takes a huge amount of dedication and an attention span and a willingness to follow through on your work. And you should be really pleased with yourself that you completed a novel, even if you aren't able to sell it, even if people aren't reading it, it doesn't have an audience. Hey, man, you did something that 99% of people will never do, and you should be proud of yourself for that. If you haven't completed a novel, maybe you've completed a short story. Hey, if you've completed a short story, that's more than most people will ever do. That's, you know, pretty impressive. Most people will not write a short story in their lives, and you should be proud of yourself and, you know, show your short story to people and have people read it. And even if you can't find an audience for it, at least you did something. And I think that's really important to remember, that, you know, even these small little victories of writing, they mean something, and you should be pleased with yourself for doing it. I just had someone email me about this book. This book is, you know, it's not a majorly successful book. It's not selling a lot of copies. It's a very niche topic that not a lot of people are interested in, and that's fine. But I just had someone email me about it and say that they liked it and they'd like to get a signed copy. And like, that's incredible. Having one person read your work and say that they appreciated it and they enjoyed it and they want more, that's a great thing. And so if you are a small independent author and you don't have a lot of readers, you've only got a couple readers, but they enjoy it, then that's great. That's more than most people will ever have, and you should be pleased with that. And so I think it's just really easy to get bogged down in worrying about like commercial success or reviews or money or attention or fame. And, you know, the people you see who are successful, you see them because they're successful. It's a selection bias, right? It's like these people, you wouldn't see them if they weren't successful. You're not seeing all the people who are not successful. You never see those people. And so it's easy to think that everyone is successful apart from you because those are the only people you see. And it's just not the case. Like, even if you're just a hobbyist writer and you've written a couple things on the side, you're doing way better than most people, and you should keep it up and work on it. And I've got kind of new wind in my sails about writing. I'm doing some new short stories, which I haven't done in a long time. I'm thinking about putting out some of my completed novels as self-published novels. I haven't done that in a long time because I was trying to find a literary agent and was not able to find one. But maybe I'll put out a couple novels for my viewers here or for anyone else who's interested in them as self-published things. That's the great thing about today's marketplace, is you can do that. You can put your stuff on Amazon, and maybe someone will buy it, and maybe someone will read it, and maybe it'll move someone, and maybe it'll change their lives. You never know. So I just wanted to say to all the aspiring writers out there, be kind to yourself. Realize that what you're doing is not easy, and you should be pleased that you've been able to come as far as you have, however far that is. And just keep at it and don't get discouraged. That's all I really got to say for today. I've been your host, Logan Albright. If you enjoyed this video, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, click the bell for notifications, leave me comments down below, and I will catch you next time. Thanks so much for watching.